The girl dressed in pajamas is looking at us with a victorious smile on her face. She seems very pleased with herself for having managed for having managed to finally get our attention, despite the fact that she is clearly the one who has magically suspended us into the air. Her aura is showing no trace of magic whatsoever. Even when Kate and Flower hide their aura, you can still tell that they are mages if you inspect their auras very closely. The girl in front of us, however, seems no different from a regular human. This can mean one of two things. Either she's much better at hiding her aura than Flower or Kate, or "Hey, I know you," Arka blurts out all of a sudden. "You're the Stillwater girl that kept trailing behind Aiden and the fox during the still winter. What was her name? Melinda? Melandra? Melindra. Okay. Very difficult name to say. Melindra. Okay. The Stillwater girl says in a cold voice, and then she flicks one of her fingers, casting a wind spell that closes Araka's amulet. Araka mumbles furiously from within her amulet, but nobody's paying any attention to her. Having silenced the banshee, the Stillwater girl continues her smile. She attempts to continue her speech from before where she left off. "So as I was saying," Melindra says, "there is something that I would like to ask of you. The reason why I want to watch you in the arena was because I heard that you got convicted for killing a noble from Varathia, so I thought..." "Hold on a second there," Hardwick interrupts. "You're a Stillwater?" "Why, yes," Melindra says, confused. "I thought that much would have been obvious by now. Even Araka said earlier that." "But how did you become one?" Hardwick asked. "Did you get born this way? Can women be born as Stillwaters?" Oh yeah, that is actually a confusing topic, because in this world, women are not usually born as mages. "No, of course not," Belinda says, slightly irritated. "I didn't get born as a Stillwater. I became a Stillwater in the same way that everyone else did." "Everyone?" I ask. "Even Aiden? Is Aiden an artificial mage too? Wasn't he born as a mage?" "What is an artificial mage?" Melinda says in a frustrated tone. "Aiden was born as a mage. He just became a Stillwater later, just like everyone else. How is this so difficult to understand?" "But how?" I ask her. "How do you become a Stillwater?" Listen," Melinda says, "if you think that I'm going to just stand here and answer every single one of your questions before you even listen to what I'm..." "How do you know Aiden?" Darren asks her. "Are you working with him?" "No, I'm not working with Aiden," Melinda says, visibly upset. This would be amazing information, by the way, for Barry. He might actually be able to become a Stillwater if you can just become Stillwaters rather than, be born as one. If I were working with Aiden, do you think I need to come and ask you for help? Why can't you just shut up for 10 seconds? Let me finish one damn sentence." Someone always interrupting her. What are they, Neil deGrasse Tyson, that they're gonna interrupt everyone in every goddamn sentence? Okay. "If you want our help, then how about letting us down first?" Kate asks her. "This is no way to treat someone whom you're trying to ask for a favor." Melinda is now looking at Kate with a pouting expression on her face that could rival Flowers when she's upset. After a few seconds of silence, the Silver girl waves one of her hands and we all slowly start to descend towards the ground. It's funny, the girl may well have the power to crush her with a single flick of her fingers, but her demeanor makes her feel like one of the less threatening persons I've met in my life. Perhaps even less threatening than Flower or the Ambassador Olander. "There," Melinda says, once her levitation spell gets completely cancelled. "You're back on the ground. Now can I continue from where I left off, or are you planning to interrupt me with even more questions?" "No, I'm just gonna listen. There's no point in asking questions she's not gonna answer." "Go on, we're all listening." "Good," Melinda says, smiling once again. "Now, as I've said before, if I would have managed to contact Aiden, I wouldn't be bothering you with this. But since he's been completely ignoring me ever since I came back to Varathia, I was thinking that maybe you, as his followers, could..." "What did he just call us?" Darren asks her, perplexed. "Aiden's followers," Melinda says. "Aren't you his followers?" "Hell no," Darren shouts. Melinda's looking at us confused. "His friends then?" she asks. "Far from it," Kate says. "Then how did you manage to attack that noble?" Melinda says. "Wasn't Aiden the one who gave you the power to do it?" "It was indeed," Kate says. "So why did he do it, if you aren't his friends?" Melinda says. "You seem to have known Aiden for a while," Kate says. "Do you really think that he needs a logical reason for everything that he does, or for anything at all, really?" "Well," Melinda says, "I mean, not recently, but if you really aren't his friends, I must say I'm quite surprised that he left you alive." "Aren't we all?" Kate says. "So what was that you wanted to ask of us?" Darren says. "Alright," Melinda says, as he regains her smile. "In short, I want you to Kill someone for me. Oh, we are hitmen now. Whoa, 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 Darren says. I'm going to stop you right there, Melindra. Despite what you may have heard about us, neither of us are assassins. We won't kill people unless we have a very good reason to do it. We're not going to kill someone just because you asked us to. Oh, but I'm not asking you to do it for free, Melindra says. I'm more than willing to compensate you for this task. We're not looking for money, Darren says. We're not here to participate in a mage tournament, remember? We're here to participate in the mage tournament, remember? I know, Melindra says. What I was talking about, compensation, I meant that I would help you with your objectives. Do you want to know how to find the pine cones? We need your help for that, Darren says. Just some pine cones. How hard could it be to find them? Melindra smirks as Darren. She takes what appears to be a pine cone seed out of her pocket. She then immediately puts the seed in her hand, and it immediately starts to glow with bright yellow light, just like Gollum said. It would when he announced our first objectives. She then holds a hand out to Darren, inviting him to take the pinecone seed from her. Go on, Melindra says with a smile. Take it, you will understand why you need my help soon enough. As Darren takes the seed from the Stillwater girl's hand, the bright yellow glow fades completely. The seed does not light back up no matter how much Darren moves it between his palms. As you can see, Melindra says with a victorious smile, a glowing pinecone seed will not light up for just anyone. They only resonate with auras that have an extremely high amount of magical power in them. We're talking about contestants on the mage tournament. I doubt that anyone other than the four sages, would have enough magical power for a pine cone to start glowing in their hand. You need pure blind luck to discover a glowing pine cone if you can't even make them glow when you touch them. If you don't believe me, you can pass the pine cone seed between yourselves. Guarantee you that none of you will be able to make it glow. We do as she says, and we pass the pinecone seeds between ourselves to see if anyone is able to light it up. Unfortunately, it seems that Melindra was right. Neither of us have anywhere near the required level of magical power to make the seed glow. So, this is absurd, because that would suggest that the Mages tournament was there to select someone who has like a really high magical stat. Because technically all the killing that was happening, that was the Mages doing themselves. There was no need for all that actually. But it seems that it's just to select like strong mages. So why even have a competition? Why don't you just go and like select the strong mages? If it requires that like specific thing, like you have to have that high of a power level, why don't you just go to the mainland or like set up a barrier, like anyone below this power level cannot enter this area? They could have just done that. Well, then again, maybe they wanted to have some oddities as well coming in, like our group. But yeah. So Darren says as he hands Melindra back her pinecone seed, am I to understand that what you will be offering us in exchange for assassination will be one of these glowing pinecones? Oh no, Melindra says. I never managed to get hold of a pinecone. I was lucky enough to find a few seeds on the grounds near the border of the sacred forest. While I was on my way here, I won't dare to venture any deeper into one of those forests in order to find an actual pinecone. The golden fox hates my guts. Wait, I say, why a sacred forest? Couldn't you just get it from somewhere else? You can't get glowing pinecones from anywhere else, Melindra says. They only grow in the sacred forest, which are all territories of the golden fox. Oh no, Hudrick shouts. No way, we only just got out there a few days ago. No, we need to go back. What is wrong with these organizers? It's like they don't want anyone to actually win this damn tournament. So Kate says, if you're not going to give us a pine cone, you aren't volunteering to guide us through the sacred forest either. What is that you're trying to offer us exactly? Information, Melinda says, smiling. There is a device that has been made specifically to resonate with these pine cones. It can make them glow without requiring a higher amount of magical power, as long as you are close enough to them. It's a very rare device, but I know someone who has it, and I can lead you to them after you help me with my goals. I can't tell you who this person is, but I'm quite certain that I can convince them to lend you the device for a few days, which will be more than enough for you to find a pine cone. How can you tell us who this person is? Is it someone we know? Why would they lend us such a rare device for free? Yeah, the first one is pointless to ask, because why would you tell us why would she tell us beforehand? So we're gonna go with, why would they lend us such a rare device for free? Why would they lend us such a rare device for free, I say? They don't even know who we are, but they know who I am, Melindra says. And even if they don't agree to lend it to you, we could just steal it from them. I'm a Stillwater. It's not like they can do anything to stop me. Right, I say. So do we have a deal then? Melindra asks us. I'm sorry, Melindra, Darren says, but I can't just go around murdering people to further my own goals. Even if my goal is to ultimately help the entire world, I cannot just kill a man for the simple reason that you want him dead. So is it a moral justification that you seek? Melindra asked with a with a look of curiosity in her eyes. Well, what if I tell you that the person that I want assassinated is a tyrant that has killed thousands of innocent people and who's ruling this kingdom through fear and intimidation? Would that help to change your mind? What are you talking about exactly? Kate asks, what are you talking about, Golemuk? Why, is it the brother of the man that you've just killed a few days ago? Melina says, the king of Allender. Oh, king of Allender, okay. You want us to assassinate one of the kings of Arathia? Hardrick says, shocked. Are you out of your mind? We have been put in an arena just for killing a noble, and now you want us to kill a king. Oh, don't worry, Melina says. Allender never participated in the organization of this tournament. Nobody wants to talk to them. Even Golemuk is less hated by other kings than the king of Allender. I assure you that none of the organizer would bat an eye if you were to raise a ruckus in his kingdom. The only reason why they threatened you with your disqualification from the Mages tournament after killing the Earl of Allender was because you were within the borders of Thelius when you murdered him. If you were to start going on a rampage in Allender, I very much doubt that anyone would give a damn, well, except for the local authorities, of course. I am not sure what to say about this, I say. She's telling the truth, Layla writes. Allender is something of a rogue kingdom these days. Neither the Lasethi nor the other kings have any influence anymore on what happens within their borders. Damn, they don't even have spies in there? Fucking hell. Everyone pretty much ignores them, and many of the kingdoms have already kicked their ambassadors out of their territory. This is why my father went there, and after he escaped from Thelius, because it's a kingdom where nobody would be able to find him.